Hello, my name is Yang Li. I'm the AP teacher here. And today we're going to continue with example 3.10, the rate of change of the profit. Okay. They told you that the toy company can produce the price is what the toy, right? The toy price is what? P equals negative 0.01x plus $400. So this price is the function of the number of the toy produced. Be careful of that, okay? So this one is X, it means how many, you can see that if you just produce 0, the cost is what? $400, the price. But if you produce 100, that would be 0.01 times 100 is 1. My negative 1 plus 400 will be $399, cheaper, right? So this means when they look at this price function, means what? The more you produce, the less the unit price will be because they do the mass production, okay? And then since we're looking for the profit, so we're gonna look at the cost. The cost function is this, means also related to the how many you produce, okay? For example, you produce 0, what happens? 0 times 100 is 0 plus 10,000. So that means your initial cost is 10,000, right? So find the rate of change of profit when 10,000 games produced, okay? So how do you do this one? And they ask you, should the toy company increase or decreasing the production? Okay, first let's find this rate of change first at the units of the toy produced is 10,000. Okay, so now we know that profit should be what? The revenue. That's a function of the number of toys produced minus the cost. Right, that's what they put it here, right? And be careful that the revenue is what? Because your price is this, means you sell 1, you got this much. But right now, we don't know how many you're gonna produce. So we put as X games produce and sell it, right? So that means your revenue will be X times the P. And X put it here, the P is this one, you put it here like this, right? And then you break it down, you will get this, okay? Now, we know the cost function is this right now, right? So how can we find the profit function? We go like this one here. We're gonna use what? The revenue, which is negative 0.01 x squared and plus 400x, right? And then we're gonna minus the cost. The cost here is what? 100x and plus 10,000, okay? Be careful, you need to use what? Parentheses here, okay? Because we have to follow the order of operation. So when you have this one, you break it down. 400 minus 100 is 300. So that's why you're gonna have, this one will be equals to negative 0.01 x squared and plus 300x. And then this one distributed here, don't forget this sign, okay? This is positive, but this is negative. So eventually you have negative 10,000 like this. This is exactly what they got here, like the same, right? So we did up to here right now. Now we can do what? The change, right? Because this whole lesson is about rate of change, either the average rate of change or extended rate of change, right? So what we're gonna do is this here, we can go follow this one here. Derivative of the function, profit function at the production level is 10,000. you will get what? X approach to 10,000, PX minus P 10,000 profit if you sell for 10,000, and X minus 10,000, okay? When you got this one, you plug in because this is the profit when X toys produced. So you're gonna have this one here, right? And the minus what? How do you get this one? This one is simple. You simply plug in 10,000 here. So you're gonna have 10,000 squared times by negative 0.01 and the plus, this is 10,000, okay? Like this. And the plus 300 times by 10,000. And then you minus 10,000. Like this. So when you do the calculation, you will get this whole thing you calculated, you will get this one. All right. Now you simplify, you got this. Now I'm showing you how to do the factoring here, because right now you cannot directly put what? X equals 10,000, because 10,000 meant 10,000 zero. Denominator equals zero, no good, right? So what we're gonna do is this. Generally, we go this way. We can factor the negative 0.01 out first. So we factor the negative 0.01 out. So the first one we have X squared, okay? And then here, because this is positive here, but you take negative out, so this one must be negative, because negative times negative, we go back to the positive, right? So right now, you simply use what? 300 divided by 0.01, okay? So you can see you have 30,000 here. 30,000, okay? X, like this, because this is a 30,000 X. Why? Because you can get it back. It's negative 0.01 times this one, you will get it 300, okay? And then here, this one, you have this one here, you have what? Actually, it's 2 million, right? This is 2 million. So you go 2 million. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is 2 million. Be careful with the zeros, eh? And then you get divided by 0.01. So you will get this one is what? Be careful. This is minus. Since you take the negative out, here's plus. Plus is how many zeros? Oh my goodness, so many zeros. 2, right? Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. So I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros, okay? Like this. And then we divide it by X minus 10,000, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, the job here right now is this. We need to factor this one by for your methods, because the number is big, right? But in my mind, we knew that. You see here, we knew, because here we're going to continue with what? Continue with the limits here. X must be approached to 10,000, okay? So I think from here, they should have what? We use the factoring, okay? We've got X and X. One of them should be what? 10,000 negative. Do you know why? Because you should have X minus 10,000 to get rid of this X minus 10,000. So that's why I assume you have this factor there. And then how do you get the other one? You just simply use a 2. This is how many zeros? Goodness. This is 3 zeros here, and then so that's a 200 million. So you simply use 200 million, we already got there, and divided by what? 10,000, okay? Watch out the zeros, 10 and followed by 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, okay? So you get what? This is 20,000. Here you have a 20,000. You see, we made this now here. You see here? X times x, x squared. Negative 10,000 times by negative 20,000 will be equals to 200 million. But if you cross multiply, what do you got? You're gonna have negative 20,000 x and a plus a negative 10,000 x. You will get what? Total is negative 30,000 x. Match with the middle one. So excellent. So we will continue get this limit equals what? I just give more space here, okay? I write it here. So we're gonna have limits x approach to 10,000, okay? X approach to 10,000. And then you're gonna have, of course, negative 0.01, I still leave it there, okay? Of course, you can put this in front, no problem with that, right? The constant coefficient, you can put it outside, it's fine, negative 0.01 times by, right? And then the limits here is what? Is x minus 10,000 times by x minus 20,000 divided by x minus 10,000 is here, because I knew we have to get rid of this x minus 10,000. That's why I have the one factor like this, and then left over is this one. It's not because I knew how to factor this one at the very beginning. I just, from this limits, I knew they have to cancel the bottom one. So I assume they have one of this. So the other one, you should have this, okay? Now, after you got this one, you see here, this to cancel. So you have this now. Right now, you can put what, 10,000 to the x here. So you're gonna have negative 0.01, right? Negative 0.01, and then time by, you put a 10,000 here minus 20,000, so you're gonna have what? Negative 10,000, okay? This is negative 0.01 times by negative 10,000. This one got rid of 2 zeros, right? But negative, negative, positive, get rid of 2 zeros. So you can have get what? 100. So what does that mean? So that's right here. Means that at the production level of 10,000 there, you can get 100 of them. Change the rate, that's the derivative of the price. What does that mean? This means that, let me just erase this part. Okay, so this part, the tricky part is how to do the factoring here. Okay, and the use of FOIL. So we several questions like this already. Okay, now let's go back to here now. You see here, they said that since the rate of change of the profit is this, means what? Since this is positive, means at the 10,000 production level, if you increase the production, like a 10,001, 10,002, the profit is increasing, right? And this is a positive, means what? Because we know this one is, you just plug in the 10,000 to here, and here you got this level, this one right now. That's what we got already. This one itself is positive. So if you produce 10,000 toys, your profit is what? Is $1,990,000, right? And if you increase more, because this derivative means what? Means if you increase more production, like 1 to 10 like that, and also positive means what? Means the slope is positive. Means what? When you increase the production, it will be increase the revenue from the level of 1,990,000, right? 1,990,000. Okay, from this level here, because the slope is positive, means what? If you increasing more from here, actually at this point this is a 10,000 production level, and then this one is what? Is just like this one here. I just make it okay, show it clearly for you to see. So it's like this one here. For example, you have this one here, you have this one here like this, right? So this one is the X production level. This is the money, right? The profit. Huh? And then, for example, this is a 10,000 production level. And then your revenue will be, for example, here is 1,990 and 3 more zeros here like this. So at this point right now. And then we don't know how the graph looks like. Of course, you can graph this one, no problem, but we don't need it. We just say, suppose like this, okay? And then at this point here, because this is a parabola, oh, this is actually the change, this is change like this one here. So this one should be at this one here. Oh, this one like this. Hold on. Should be like this here. Because at this moment here, you have this one, right? Because the graph, like this one is negative parabola. General sketch will be like this, okay, like this. Since at this point here, the tangent line, right? The tangent line here is positive. Slope is positive. That means what? If you continue produce more of them, you see here, you produce more. Before you reach the highest point here, if you produce more here, you still get an even higher revenue, profit there, right? So that's why at this moment, you can continue, the company should be increasing the production, okay? Be careful that if you go later on, for example, maybe I just randomly pick up a number for you. If it's 20,000 like this, maybe this is beyond the maximum curve there already. That's the time you can see the P derivative at maybe at the 20,000 there is lower down, negative slope. That means at that time you cannot increase the production. Okay, only one on this side is okay before hit the maximum profit. All right. So if you have any, we're gonna continue on the lesson for the 3.5 check. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. I encourage you do this one first before watch my next video, so you can get a practice and check what we did. Okay, so yeah, please let me know if you have any questions. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.